Someone is lying to your face right now, not a stranger, someone close. And the worst part, you already know it, but you're going to forgive them again because that's what good people do. Nietzsche had a word for that. He called it slavery. You were told forgiveness is strength. You were told tolerating pain is noble. You were told that good people don't keep score. But nobody told you the price. Every time you forgave what you should have walked away from, you didn't just lose respect. You taught them exactly how to destroy you. If you've ever helped someone who turned on you, if you've ever been humiliated in a room full of people and laughed it off, if you've ever felt used and then blamed yourself for feeling that way, stop. You didn't fail because you were weak. You failed because you played by a moral code that doesn't exist in the real world. Nietzsche called this slave morality, the belief that absorbing pain makes you virtuous. It doesn't. It just makes you a target. Today, we end that. Law 1. The deliberate lie. Everyone makes mistakes. Errors happen. But a lie told knowingly, calculated to protect them at your expense, that is not an error. That is a declaration. It says, your reality matters less than my comfort. Nietzsche wrote that truth requires courage. A person who lies to you deliberately has already decided you are beneath honesty. Forgiving it once is grace. Forgiving it twice is permission. Forgiving it 3 times, you are no longer the victim. You are the architect of your own humiliation. Law 2. Public humiliation. It starts as a joke. I'm just teasing. You're so sensitive. But the room laughed. At you, not with you. Public ridicule is not humor, it is a dominance move. The person who mocks you in a crowd is not clumsy with words. They are surgical. They chose that moment. They chose that audience. Nietzsche's philosophy is precise here. The strong individual does not allow others to author their identity. If you laugh along to keep the peace, you just co-signed their verdict. Law 3. The boundary violator. You told them your limit. They heard it. They nodded. Then they crossed it. Again. This is not confusion. This is a test. Every boundary you set is a question they are asking. Is this real, or will you fold? And if you fold, they don't feel guilt. They feel power. Nietzsche believed a person must create their own laws to live with dignity. A boundary without consequence is not a boundary. It's a suggestion. Law 4. The parasite of kindness. They call when they need something. They disappear when you do. Your kindness is not appreciated. It is harvested. Nietzsche identified this pattern as the morality of exploitation, where those who give are systematically targeted by those who only consume. Generosity without reciprocity is not virtue. It is self-destruction in slow motion. The question is not, are they going through a hard time? The question is, would they do this for you? If the answer takes more than 3 seconds, you already know. Law 5. The option treatment. This is the most common form of disrespect alive today, and almost everyone tolerates it. They appear when convenient. They vanish when you need presence. They text back in hours, when ignored for days. You are not a priority. You are a placeholder. Here is the brutal truth Nietzsche would deliver. You became an option because you acted like one. You were available on demand. You never created scarcity. You never showed that your time has weight. Sovereign people are not available for those who treat them as backup plans. Law 6. Emotional erasure. You said you were hurting. The response, you're too sensitive. You explained your fear. The response, stop overreacting. You shared something that broke you. The response, silence. Or worse, a subject change. This is not a communication failure. This is a tactic. When someone consistently invalidates your inner experience, they are not confused about your emotions. They are threatened by them, because your feelings are evidence, and they want the evidence dismissed. Think about what this does over time. You stop sharing. You start editing yourself before you even speak. You learn to shrink your inner world to make them comfortable. And one day you realize you don't even know what you feel anymore, because you've been told it was wrong for so long. Nietzsche wrote that emotion is the expression of the will, the deepest signal of what you value. A person who silences your emotions is not helping you regulate. They are dismantling you, quietly, methodically. And the most dangerous part, you let them. Because they made you believe it was your fault for feeling too much. It wasn't. You didn't feel too much. You were surrounded by people who felt too little. Law 7, the betrayal of trust. This is the final law and the most irreversible. They knew your secret. They used it as a weapon. They knew your wound. They pressed it when convenient. They promised loyalty, then chose comfort over it when it cost them something. But let's slow down here, because betrayal is misunderstood. Most people think betrayal is dramatic, a sudden explosion, a discovered lie, a door slammed shut. But the most devastating betrayals are quiet. It's the friend who slowly started talking about you behind your back. The partner who stopped defending you, first in public, then in private. The colleague who took credit for what you built, not once, loudly, but in every small meeting where you weren't in the room. These betrayals don't announce themselves, they accumulate. And by the time you see the pattern, months have passed. Maybe years. Nietzsche held loyalty as one of the few qualities that separates the sovereign from the slave. Not loyalty born from fear, not loyalty born from obligation, loyalty born from character, from choice, from the decision to honor what was given to you in trust. A person who betrays you reveals something permanent about who they are, not who they were having a bad day, not who they were under pressure, who they are when there is something to gain by betraying you. That is not a mistake, that is a revelation. Forgiving this is not noble, it is dangerous, because the second betrayal will not surprise you, and you will have no one to blame but the person who warned you. You, your dark homework for tomorrow. Don't think about this abstractly. Think about one name, one person, one repeated behavior. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Have I told them this was unacceptable? 2. Did they change, or did they perform change until I forgot? 3. Would I advise someone I love to stay in this dynamic? If the answer to any of these makes you uncomfortable, you already have your answer. You don't need a confrontation. You don't need an explanation they won't understand. You need one decision, made quietly, made permanently. And here is what nobody tells you about that decision. It won't feel powerful at first. It will feel like loss. It will feel like loneliness. Because you are wired to hold on. Because somewhere inside, you still believe they will change. But Nietzsche understood something brutal about human nature. People don't change when you forgive them. People change when forgiveness is no longer available. When the door closes, permanently, something shifts, either in them or in you. And either way, you win. Distance is not aggression. Distance is self-preservation. And self-preservation is not cold. It is the foundation of every meaningful relationship you will ever build. Not everyone will understand what you just absorbed. Most people will watch this and do nothing. They will continue forgiving what shouldn't be forgiven, continue shrinking, continue wondering why they feel invisible. But some of you, the ones who felt something shift just now, you are different. Nietzsche spoke of the Übermensch, the individual who creates their own values, who refuses to be defined by the crowd's comfort, who chooses sovereignty over approval. The Übermensch does not beg for respect. He does not explain his worth. He does not wait for others to recognize what he already knows. He simply acts accordingly. He removes what diminishes him. He protects what matters. He builds in silence, and he lets the results speak in a language no one can argue with. If that is who you are becoming, prove it. Leave the word sovereign in the comments right now. Not as a trend, as a declaration. Subscribe, because what comes next goes deeper. Silent power, invisible strategy. The psychology of those who are never manipulated. This channel is not for everyone, but it was made for you.